when we started to play defense with a minute left, we got the stops, but we didn't get the stop we needed, and they made a shot.
What do you think led to them scoring so many points in the paint? What type of defensive breakdowns there?
It's been kind of consistent, for us to give up that many points, not just tonight, but it's been like that all season. And so we got to get better, at that as players and coaches. We got to figure out how to protect our paint.
Was there a point, Jason, where you felt comfortable out there? It seemed like they were trying to make some shots, you make some threes. Was there a point that maybe this is going to be the one that puts you over and it just never happened tonight?
There's game, we had a lead there, and we turned the ball over 3 times in a row, and then they make a run. But this game is about runs and stops, and we didn't get the stop when we needed.
Spent a lot of time talking about rebounding the last couple of days. How disappointing is it to get killed on the boards again?
Well, that's something that we've been trying to work on, rebounding and protecting our paint, and so far we haven't found the answer yet.
On that last defensive play, did you like the way things broke down? Besides him making the shot, do you think guys are in the right spot?
Yeah, he made a tough shot. It could have been a charge, but you give Turner. It was over 3 guys, and again, some of these guys can put the ball in the basket, and the ball hit the rim 3 or 4 times and went in.
You mentioned that you didn't come out the same way you did Monday. Do you think there was complacency given the fact that you beat these guys by 36?
I think we came out soft in the sense of not being aggressive. I understand we just came off a tough loss at home. Again, knowing that we were relying on our offense, we score 120 points and lose, and so we have to take some pride on the defensive side.
Do you think your team has an identity yet? I know you want to establish one when you got
it. Yeah, we're trying with the injuries and guys out of the lineup. It's kind of been inconsistent, but we're working on that.
Does Brook need to be more aggressive in the paint, trying to grab rebounds?
Everybody does, not just Brook. Everybody has to pitch in and help. Everybody has to try to rebound. Everybody has to box out. So team-wise, we got to all come to rebound, not just Brook.
What Pierce was able to give you tonight, what's the biggest difference for him in the last couple of games?
I think his comfort level and the ball's going in. He's getting great looks, the same looks that he was getting early, and I think they're starting to go in. And I thought again that was a big shot coming down at the end to shoot the 3. That's what he does. And again, it wasn't the offensive end; it was the defensive end.
Considering some of the guys you were missing, what did you think of what Allen Anderson gave you guys tonight?
Everybody pitched in, everybody gave their best effort. Again, but it wasn't so much the offense that we're worried about; it's the defensive side of the ball.
You thought you had made strides defensively. Do you feel the last 2 games negates what you guys have done? Do you feel like this is
well?